we're going to make orange chiffon cake. This particular cake is really easy to make because we're actually going to use a yellow cake mix. So it's really quite quick. Now, if you are interested in a from scratch chiffon cake, a lemon one, I do have a video on that. But this particular one is going to be using a cake mix, any brand that you want to buy. When you first start off, though, you do want to start with 5 egg whites. And what I did was I put the 5 egg whites into the bowl ahead of time, and I put a half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. And then on high speed, on my hand mixer, as you can see, I just beat them till they came to a very high peak. And that, you know, will take you maybe 2 to 3 minutes or that type of thing. I did this ahead of time due to the video to let it go a little bit faster. So anyway, we're going to set this aside. But these were 5 egg whites with a half a teaspoon of cream of tartar, and I just beat it on high till I found my high peaks. And I'm going to set it aside. Next, we're going to need a large bowl, and in the large bowl, we're going to again put 1 yellow or gold cake mix of any brand that you want into our bowl. We're going to be able to use our same beaters. We won't even have to rinse them because we're going to be making this cake. And we're going to put in 3 egg yolks. And that was 3. So I'm going to try to put 1 in at a time here. Well, unfortunately, both fell in. There's our 3rd. The next thing that we're going to put in is orange juice, and that's 3/4 of a cup of orange juice. Now, this orange juice that I have and using is actually a frozen concentrate orange juice. That was 3/4 of a cup. The next thing we're going to put in is a half a cup of either vegetable oil or canola oil, whatever you prefer. And that was a half a cup. And just start combining and mixing this together. The next thing that you're going to need is actually the concentrate from the frozen orange juice. And I'm putting in 1/4 of a cup. So in other words, what you're going to do is unthaw your frozen orange juice, take 1/4 of a cup out of the frozen juice, let it thaw in a little bowl, and that's what I'm using right now. Then I went ahead and actually made the rest of the orange juice with the water. And I'm just going to combine that. The last thing that you're going to put in is a half a teaspoon of orange extract. And just beat this in till it all combines, and that'll take you a minute or 2. And I'll show you what that looks like. I just want to get to the bottom of that bowl and work those sides. And then with a spatula, I'm going to clean the sides. And I'll show you so far what the batter looks like. It's a very pretty, well, like anywhere from a lemon color to an orange, light orange batter. The last thing that you're going to do is you're going to take those egg whites and you're going to put them just right on top of the batter. You don't have to be fussy with them. I'm going to get them all out of there. And then we're just going to fold them in. So I'm going to try not to deflate them and just keep bringing the batter and the egg whites together till they're well combined. So I just want to fold, and this is going to take you a couple minutes to do that. I'm going to try to move it along though due to the video. just want to make sure that they're combined, but you don't want to overbeat it because, again, you don't want to deflate these egg whites. So I'm just trying to gently fold them into the batter. Now this cake is going to be baked at 325 degrees, and it is going to take you anywhere from 48 to 52 minutes in the oven. Now what pan you're going to need is a 10-inch tube pan. Now what's also really nice about it, you don't have to grease it or flour it or anything, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, it looks like I have them combined. So it will look like this. And then I'm just going to go ahead now and I'm going to pour this into my 10-inch tube pan. This cake comes up very delicate and very light once you bake it. And taste, it's really going to have a nice fresh orange taste to it. So I'll put that aside for the moment, and we'll put that in the oven. And you're going to need, of course, some type of glaze to put over it. So I like to use 3 cups of powdered sugar and anywhere from 3 to 4 tablespoons of your mixed orange juice. And then just combine that till all the lumps are gone and that it's smooth for your cake. Now when the cake comes out of the oven, what you're going to need to do is you need a bottle, or I like to use this funnel, or anything that it could be a Coke bottle, Coca-Cola bottle, that type of thing. What you're going to do is, when it comes out of the oven, you're going to turn the cake upside down and let it sit on the bottle or the funnel for at least about an hour. Then after an hour, you're going to put it on another plate, of course, and then flip it again so it's upside the side that you want. But it is important for you to be able to take the cake when it's hot and put it over again, a funnel like what I'm using, or a bottle, a pop bottle of sorts. All right? I'm not going to really finish up mixing this to show you, but you do want it to be a thick glaze for this cake. I have a cake to show you of what it looks like when it comes out, and I garnished it with a little bit of chopped pecans, and this is how it's going to come out. I'm going to cut a piece of it to show you what it looks like. And I'll grab a plate here. And there you have it, a very moist, delicate orange chiffon cake made with a cake mix. I don't think anybody's going to believe it when they taste it. They're going to think it came from scratch. I hope you like this recipe, and if you do, let me hear from you. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.